This is Real News Media TV, coverage you can trust. Please like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Select all for daily news updates. Illegal gun recovered in St. Andrew. An illegal firearm was seized by the police in an area of Spanish Town Road in St. Andrew, known as Goat Island, on Tuesday. The firearm, a sports arm HS special revolver, was found about 8 a.m. during an operation that was led by the Specialized Operations Branch. The police say the gun was found wrapped in a plastic bag and hidden along a fence in a yard. No one was arrested in connection with the seizure. Illegal firearms seized in Denham Town, a man in custody. One man has been arrested in connection with the seizure of an illegal firearm during an operation in Golden Heights, Denham Town in Kingston 14 on Tuesday. Reports from the Denham Town Police are that about 12:30 p.m., lawmen were conducting an operation in the area when a premises was searched and the weapon, an Arcus 9mm pistol, 1 magazine and 14 9mm rounds were found in a knapsack in a flower pot. Investigations continues. Teachers say no to mandatory vaccination. President of the Jamaica Teachers Association, Winston Smith, says the association will stand by its members' individual choices to get vaccinated or not. Smith was addressing a candlelight ceremony held yesterday for teachers who have died during the course of the COVID-19 pandemic. It was part of the JTA's observance of World Teachers' Day. Smith urged teachers to follow the necessary safety protocols, but said they must do what they feel is best when it comes to vaccination. Colleagues, a big part of the education recovery will involve us adhering to the safety protocols. We need to be alive and well in order to reap the fruits of our labor, Smith said. Furthermore, there are vaccines available to add some measures of protection from the ravages of this disease. But I must let you know, colleagues, without any doubt or any uncertainty, taking the vaccine remains a personal choice, and whatever decision you make, the Jamaica Teachers Association stands resolute with you to ensure that you are protected and your rights are not taken away. President of the Caribbean Union of Teachers, Dr. Garth Anderson, noted that democratically elected governments in the region have taken active steps to violate the human rights provision of our teachers. Let it be known that the Caribbean Union of Teachers is diametrically opposed to mandatory vaccination. While we appreciate the imperative of face-to-face instruction and the delicate balance that must be found in controlling COVID-19 as a public health emergency and that of returning some level of normalcy, this cannot be at the expense of breaching the rights of our teachers using such a draconian approach, he said. Anderson added the cut is in support of the use of vaccination to curtail the spread of COVID-19, but teachers must be given a choice to decide what will enter their bodies, not governments. Mandatory vaccination will only serve to alienate, divide, and create a toxic environment that will not be supportive of the recovery we so desire in the education system. Locally, companies including Digicel and CVM have announced that all employees must be vaccinated or must regularly provide a negative COVID-19 test result in order to continue employment. Opposition accuses government of playing politics with Pfizer vaccine doses. The parliamentary opposition is accusing the government of playing politics with the administering of the second dose of the Pfizer vaccine. Opposition spokesman on health Dr. Maurice Guy said he received credible information that second doses of the Pfizer vaccine were administered on Tuesday at 2 health centers in Jamaica Labour Party constituencies. He complained that the doses were administered at Thompson Town Health Center in Clarendon and the Kitson Town Health Center in St. Catherine, despite the country being told the Pfizer vaccine had been exhausted.
We have been told as a country that Pfizer has been exhausted. Yet, information credible came to us yesterday that Pfizer was being given out at the Thompson Town Health Center. And in fact, the counselor for the Thompson Town division tweeted a post that he was at the Thompson Town Health Center and that all these vaccines were available, including second doses for Pfizer. Now, We want to know where these Pfizer doses came from. And secondly, if they were left over from the last Pfizer, why is it that, as per the ministers and the ministry's directive, that we aren't giving it to children? Now, I also have a copy of one of the vaccination cards that was issued to a citizen yesterday at Thompson Town who went for their second dose of Pfizer. So we want answers.
Natalie Dawkins' case back to court October 7. The case involving two men accused in the Natalie Dawkins murder has been rescheduled to Thursday, October 7. The matter initially set for Monday, September 13, had to be rescheduled after that date was later designated to a no-movement day under the government's regulations to reduce the spread of COVID-19. 19-year-old Eladio Goldburn and his co-accused 20-year-old Mario Headley are expected to have legal representation at their next court appearance. They were without lawyers last time, and the judge asked that they be assigned legal aid. Goldburn is from Sandy Bay, while Headley is from Palmer's Cross in Clarendon. They have both been charged with murder, abduction, burglary, as well as illegal possession of firearm and ammunition. They were charged on April 14. Dawkins, who was a grade 3 teacher, was reported missing on Tuesday, March 30. She was last seen at her home in Denby Crawl by a neighbor who said Dawkins had gone outdoors to turn off her car alarm. Decomposed remains believed to be hers were found in a shallow grave in Sandy Bay on Thursday, April 8. The remains were buried on May 29. Dawkins spent the last 22 years teaching at Four Paths Primary and Junior High School in Clarendon. On April 29, a foundation was established in her name during a Thanksgiving service in her honor at the school. It will provide financial support to students of all ages and grades at the school at which she taught. After she went missing, her colleagues were among those who joined the search and put up a reward for information. NWC customers missing out on millions in compensation, says OUR. The Office of Utilities Regulation says National Water Commission customers are losing out on millions of dollars in compensation because they are not submitting their claims to the NWC for breaches of the guaranteed standards. The OUR says from January 2018 to June this year, there was approximately $19.65 million in unclaimed amounts. For the period, total potential payments amounted to $29.85 million, with actual payments of $10.20 million, or 34% of the amount. Med Service discontinues flash flood warning. The Meteorological Service of Jamaica says it has discontinued the flash flood warning that was issued for eastern and south central parishes. The warning was issued for low-lying and flood-prone areas of St. Mary, Portland, St. Thomas, Kingston, St. Andrew, St. Catherine, Clarendon, and Manchester has been discontinued immediately. The Met Service said that the broad drought that has been affecting weather conditions across Jamaica has drifted westward and away from the island. It said that observational data over the last few hours has indicated that only light to moderate showers have been occurring across hilly areas. According to the Met Service, the forecast is for partly cloudy conditions tonight and tomorrow morning, with scattered showers and thunderstorms across central and western parishes tomorrow afternoon. 7 more COVID-19 deaths, 98 new cases. 7 more COVID-19 deaths have been recorded in Jamaica, pushing the tally to 1,943. The deceased are a 67-year-old man from St. Elizabeth, a 59-year-old man from St. Elizabeth, a 70-year-old woman from St. Elizabeth, a 72-year-old woman from St. Elizabeth, a 61-year-old man from Kingston and St. Andrew, an 85-year-old man from Kingston and St. Andrew, and a 92-year-old woman from St. Anne. The Ministry of Health says the fatalities occurred between September 7 and October 3, and 8 more deaths are under investigation, moving that figure to 317. Meanwhile, there were 98 new cases, with ages ranging from 11 months to 99 years, pushing the total to 85,261, with 29,070 being active. Of the new cases, 46 are men and 52 are women. The parish breakdown is as follows: Kingston and St. Andrew 30, St. Catherine 18, St. James 10, Trelawney 8, Westmoreland 6, St. Anne 6, St. Mary 5, Hanover 5, Clarendon 4, St. Thomas 3, Manchester 2, St. Elizabeth 1, and Portland 0. A total of 717 tests were conducted. The country's positivity rate stands at 16.8%. In the meantime, there were 122 more recoveries, increasing the total to 53,660. Some 507 persons are in hospital, with 107 being moderately ill, 67 severely ill, and 34 critically ill. 19 persons are in government quarantine, while 36,088 are at home. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Select all for daily news updates.